From the mystical frontwoman of Fleetwood Mac to one of rock's most enduring solo artists, Stevie Nicks has enchanted the world with her voice, her poetry, and her timeless songs. Today, we're diving into 15 of Stevie's greatest solo hits, each with its own story, its own drama, and its own touch of magic. From Leather and Lace to Edge of 17, get ready to explore the songs that prove Stevie Nicks truly stands the test of time. This was Stevie's very first solo single in 1981, a duet with Tom Petty. Funny enough, it was the only track on Bella Donna she didn't write. Petty had doubts at first, but once they recorded together, sparks flew. The chemistry between their voices made this a rock classic that kicked off Stevie's solo career with a bang. Next came After the Glitter Fades, a country-flavored ballad about fame and its fleeting glow. Stevie once imagined Dolly Parton singing it, but in the end, it became one of her own haunting reflections. Glenn Campbell even covered it a few years later. This duet with Don Henley wasn't just music, it was personal. Stevie originally wrote it for Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter, but when that didn't happen, she recorded it with Henley, who she had once dated. That romantic tension gave the song its bittersweet depth. Then there's Edge of 17, arguably Stevie's signature solo track. That unforgettable riff. Legendary. But the song's roots are tragic, written after John Lennon's murder and her uncle's passing. The title itself came from a southern misheard phrase. Age of 17 sounded like Edge of 17. Out of grief came one of rock's greatest anthems. When Stevie heard Prince's Little Red Corvette on the radio, she pulled over and immediately started writing. Prince himself later added synths to Stand Back, giving it that irresistible energy. Stevie still calls it one of her favorite songs to perform. Wild Heart captures Stevie's untamed, poetic side. Years after its release, a candid clip of her singing it during a photo shoot went viral, showing raw, unfiltered vocal power that reminded fans why her songs never age. Filled with shuffling synths and mystery, If Anyone Falls was co-written with Sandy Stewart, Stevie's brilliant collaborator. It's got Twilight, Shadows, and Dreams, classic Nicks themes wrapped in 80s production. Stevie drew inspiration from Jean Cocteau's 1946 film. To her, everyone she knew was either the beauty or the beast. It's dramatic, mystical, and theatrical, pure Stevie magic. By 1985, Stevie was battling personal struggles, but I Can't Wait was pure, bombastic energy, drum machines, giant hair, and attitude. She once said, "To understand this song, you have to let yourself go a little crazy." And it shows. In 1989, Stevie gave us Rooms on Fire, a gothic pop gem. She said it reflected her life as an unmarried rock star, with a touch of fantasy about meeting a man who lights up every room. That man, producer Rupert Hine, who briefly became her muse. This one is pure heartbreak. Inspired by an ex who unexpectedly called her late at night, Stevie turned the sting of goodbye into a fierce anthem. It's a real long way to go to say goodbye. A breakup song with claws. Even in the 90s, Lindsey Buckingham remained in Stevie's mythology. Blue Denim is believed to be about him. His piercing blue eyes, his presence still haunting her music long after their breakup. Though released in 2001, Sorcerer was actually written back in 1972. Covered by others in the 80s, Stevie finally recorded it for Trouble in Shangri-La with Sheryl Crow on guitar. It's mystical, timeless, like it was waiting for its moment. Of course, Stevie had to write a vampire song. Moonlight was inspired by the Twilight saga, specifically New Moon. Proof that Stevie can take pop culture and spin it into gothic romance, even in 2011. Finally, Lady, written in 1971, hidden in her mother's trunk for decades, and only released in 2014. A simple piano ballad, raw and devastating. Sometimes the songs we hold closest to our hearts take the longest to share. From duets with Tom Petty to hidden gems like Lady, Stevie Nicks' solo catalog is full of love, loss, mystery, and magic. Her songs aren't just music, they're spells that keep working long after the final note. So now I want to know, which Stevie Nicks solo song speaks to you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe, and join us for more deep dives into music's greatest legends. Until next time, keep your wild heart alive.